What's up, green team? How's everybody doing? I hope that everybody is doing well. I'm looking at the temperature because it's a little stuffy in the car, but I'm tired. I'm not tired because I'm like worn out, tired from working all day, but I was trugging up the stairs, and I was moving a little fast. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this, because I usually do walk up the stairs when I'm leaving anyway. Well, yeah, so I'm a little winded, but it's all good in the neighborhood. So I just wanted to do my daily ride with y'all and kind of see what y'all had going on, see what your weekend was like, what you got coming up for the 4th. Check you out. You know, y'all don't eat too much. It's all right to enjoy yourself, but don't eat too much. Yes, I'm fussing. So anyway, I just want to check in and see what y'all had going on. Not really a lot to talk about. Actually, hardly anything at all, to be perfectly honest. My day was okay. I was dealing with some troubleshooting stuff from Friday, and I kind of thought about it a little bit this weekend, how I wanted to tackle it, and I'm glad that I took the time to do that, because when I came in this morning, I wasn't so terribly disorganized. I hit the mark pretty well, so I'm glad that I took the time to kind of think through what I wanted to do. So if y'all haven't checked out my video already talking about what to do with the kids for the summer, I don't know where the card appears, but I will make sure that I put the card in so that y'all can check that video out. And I always leave at the end of the video for YouTube to select based on what's best for the viewer. So when y'all get a chance, I want y'all to check that video out, whichever one comes up. And I didn't film every day last week, but I think I did pretty good. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I got like maybe three or four videos up, and it's all good. For those of y'all living in the Houston area, I do have a question for you. If you live in the Houston area and you've moved since Harvey, my question for you is, what thought process did you find yourself going through when you were trying to decide what area to move in? Like, what did you do to kind of process, what you wanted, weighed against, what happened to the city during that time? How did you get to your final decision? What were the things that you considered? Maybe what were the things that you considered that you didn't originally consider when you were thinking about moving before Harvey? And I'm asking this question for a particular reason. The city has definitely changed a little bit for me, in that I don't really view certain areas the same way. So I'm kind of looking at some of the areas that didn't have the flooding and stuff like that before Harvey, that now you have to kind of be careful when it rains when you go into that area. So I'm just curious to know what y'all, what was your thought process of, if you've already moved, even if you haven't moved yet, but you have kind of narrowed it down to what area you want to move into. Where did you go with your thinking when you were trying to decide, what area to move in since Harvey? I have that on my mind. And then am looking for some recipe ideas. They can have meat or not have meat. I don't really have a preference, because usually if I find a recipe that I really like and it has meat in it, I just find something that I can substitute for the meat, and I do pretty well with that. So it doesn't matter if the recipe actually calls for meat or not, because the thing of it is, you know, if it calls for meat, I may go ahead and fix it for my husband anyway, because, you know, y'all have heard me say that my husband is still a meat eater. He's not a vegetarian, so he enjoys dishes, you know, that still has meat in it and everything. So if y'all come up with any ideas, I will say this, I'm kind of steering away from pasta. I had some vegetarian pad thai. It was a frozen dinner by Amy's today, and the flavor was really good, but it took me probably an hour and a half to eat it, because even with me you know, trying to chew it up real well, it just, you know, for some reason my body just does not really like pasta anymore. It's not so much that it gets me fuller faster, but it just doesn't, my stomach doesn't feel well, you know. It doesn't. I've even tried the no yolk noodles and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's just something about it. I can't handle it. I do eat potatoes. I don't eat potatoes as much as I used to, and I'm not really a rice person. I will eat rice. I have had rice, but not so much. I even found that lately, probably in the last maybe 6 months or so, I don't like oatmeal, but I will tolerate oatmeal. Sometimes my body actually craves oatmeal, and it's weird. I don't know if it's like I think oatmeal has a lot of iron or something in it. I have to check that out, because I know it's high in fiber, and it's high, I think, in iron and like maybe one of the B vitamins. But anyway, even when I try to eat the oatmeal, I'm eating like small, not even a full teaspoon. It's like maybe a half or a third of a teaspoon, and it still hurts my stomach. So I've noticed that because September will make, like I said before, my 4 years post-op, and this last year has been really hard, because it's very I don't really know, like, something is gonna hurt my stomach, especially if I've eaten it before. I don't know it's gonna hurt my stomach until I eat it, and if I discover that it hurts my stomach, then I don't just stop eating it. What I do is I look at, like, you know, how was it prepared? Was I eating too fast? You know, things like that. If I was eating at a moderate pace that really should be comfortable for me, and it was prepared soft enough, or, you know, well enough where it shouldn't be hurting my stomach, but it is, then I just stop eating it altogether. And that's kind of where I am with pasta. I tried eating spaghetti squash. When I first started eating spaghetti squash, I really liked the flavor of it, but I don't care for it now, because to try to make it soft enough so that I can actually chew it and it doesn't hurt my stomach going down, it's mushy. And so I'm a kind of person, I don't like mushy food unless it's supposed to be mushy. And to me, spaghetti squash, the first time that I ever had it, and any other time that I fixed it for myself after that, it's kind of like al dente pasta. And so I don't know, it's just something about the spaghetti squash. I don't know if I'm in these moods where I like stuff now and then I don't like stuff, and back and forth, but I'm trying to figure it out, because my list for things that I like, that my body can actually tolerate, is getting smaller and smaller, and that's starting to concern me, because I get bored with food really fast, and I cannot get bored with my food, because eventually what'll start happening is, especially since I'm burned out on the protein shakes, is that I will stop eating and I will mostly be drinking, and that's not good either, because I have to get my nutrients, especially my protein and my iron. So I'm in search of not just recipes, but if y'all know like any ingredients that you think I might be interested in, please let me know in the comments. You know, if you have ingredients that I should try, if you can find a recipe that you think will really showcase that ingredient, that would be greatly appreciated. But so I'm just doing some research right now to try to try to broaden the list of ingredients that I currently use and the recipes that I currently prepare. So anything that y'all can do, I sure would appreciate it, because you know your girl love you. So other than that, there's, like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. I didn't do my cleanse this weekend. I try to do like a little mini cleanse on Friday, especially if I know that I'm not going anywhere, and Lord knows I didn't go anywhere. I left the house yesterday and I went and grabbed a few items from the grocery store. I actually went grocery shopping. Look, now that I think about it, because I had to have my husband come help me get the stuff out of the car. But I wasn't out for a very long time. I tell you what, my daughter sent by my husband a piece of watermelon, and oh my goodness, it was so sweet. And it was already cold, but we put it back in the refrigerator because we weren't ready to eat it then. But with it being ice cold, and it was so sweet, it was really, really good. So I'm like, I need to go get me a watermelon. So that's kind of what I'm craving right now. But I don't want to, I don't want to gorge on that, because I know, like I said, I'm having trouble finding things that don't hurt my stomach, and I can eat a watermelon all day. So I don't know about y'all, but I love some fruit. Except lately, the last few times I've gone to the store to buy strawberries, I bought the strawberries, and it doesn't matter what day I buy them on, but I've actually purchased them from a couple of stores, and I thought it might, when the first time it happened, I thought it might have been the store I got it from. So I bought the strawberries from a couple different stores, and by day 3, the strawberries are already going bad. And so I'm like, what in the world is going on with this fruit? Because I love strawberries, but I'm to the point now where I don't even want to buy strawberries, because it's an absolute waste of money if you got to use the strawberries in a day or two, and then otherwise you got stuff growing on them and they all mushy and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And since I'm not doing protein shakes anymore, or any kind of smoothies or anything like that, I can't use them up that fast, because even with my husband taking a few to work or whatever, it's the same thing. We may get to them, we may not get to them. I'm kind of back on my yogurt kick. They have one by Chobana that it's called honey something honey. It's like in a it's like a cross between an orange and a yellow container, and it has oh my goodness, it has pumpkin seeds, I think it has sunflower seeds too, and it has granola, and it has like the bran flakes like from cereal, and that one's really good. I like any of the ones that they make with macadamia nuts in it. And so those are the ones I've been buying lately. And I did go to, y'all, I don't know if that was just last week or what, but I went yesterday. Today is the 2nd of July. Y'all go by Target. Target has cases of water for $1.99. And I grabbed some water. And now, for y'all have to have Perrier and Ozarka and all the kind of stuff, y'all might not want to go, because that's not what it is. I believe it's their store brand. But anyway, the water is $1.99 for a case. You can't beat that. So if you are by a Target and you are looking to buy some water, you might want to step into Target and see if they still have it on sale. And I don't know if it just went on sale, or if it's was coming off, that was the last day, whatever. But you have to check your local Target and see if they have the case of water for $1.99. The other thing is, I heard on the radio, for those who are looking for a job, Kroger, Houston, DC, that's the distribution center, is hiring drivers, And they did say you have to have experience driving a trailer. I'm assuming that's like a big rig. I forget what they call them, 16, 18. I don't know how many daggone tires they got, but however many tires they have, I guess you got to be have experience like driving an actual truck. So it's, I don't think it's like a delivery truck. I think it's an actual, you know, where they move their groceries and their merchandise from one location, from the warehouse to their stores. So anyway, it says that you log on to or go to Kroger Houston DC.com. Now I put in that web address at work and it took me to a Google page. It wasn't an actual website. It wasn't an actual website, so I don't know, you know. They did have a link on there for jobs for the distribution center, so I don't know why they sent you there, because it didn't pull up the actual website, but it does pull up a link for you to click on, a Google link, because it has the Google search page. Anyway, that's just some information in case somebody's looking for a job and you got experience driving and everything, so you might want to check it out. Alrighty, well, I done talked myself up on a watermelon because I'm headed to the store right now. I was going to go to the grocery store, but I think I'm just going to go ahead on over here to Target, because that's the closest by my house, and see if they got watermelons in there. I thought I remember seeing a watermelon, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm here. That's going to do it for me. Love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, take care.